Thank you everybody for coming. We don't have a microphone, so we're going to project. Please come in as close as you can. There's no, the shrubs aren't there yet. You're allowed to. Don't get demoted, student. It's great to have you here. I'm Rick Spencer, Vice President for Advancement. And just this week, especially yesterday as our alumni started coming back for homecoming and they passed this building, they're just blown away. And it's so exciting that Follett decided to make this move along with the college. And we have someone here, Bob Scholl, the Vice President and Director of Operations, is going to speak in a little bit, who lives in Naperville, by the way, Bob. And our President, Molly Link, one of our students, Secretary for SGA, is going to speak. But first, the President of the college, and I know since he's got here almost 20 years ago, there was things that he wanted to accomplish, such as the concert hall, but also standalone bookstore. So here we are today. President Hale.
Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a bookstore guy. What does that mean? Well, it means that when I was a kid, my dad used to take me every weekend to the hardware store. When my kids were young, I took them every weekend to the bookstore. And I used to set them down, and they'd go off and read, and I'd go around. And anyway, it is probably the place, whenever I get time, I always run away to the bookstore. And when I visit other college campuses, I gotta tell you, the bookstore is usually one of the first places I look. And I use it as a window on the campus itself, the character of the institution, how the institution, its students, its faculty, its staff, how they see themselves. As Rick said, when I got here 20 years ago, among the first items on my to-do list was a new bookstore, above ground, with adequate room, in a location that was visible and accessible to both campus and community. It's taken a while, a lot longer than I would have hoped, but today's the day. Kudos to our longtime bookstore partner, Follett Corporation, who we'll hear from in a minute, for their support of this effort, and manager Lillian Knight and staff members Jamaria Quinn and Stacy Abbey. Kudos to Mike Hudson and Paul Loscheider and our physical plant staff who did a lot of the work here, and Jim Godo and Rick Spencer and our library staff and others who made this all come off on time and on budget. 20 years is a long time to wait, but I think when you go in here, you're all going to agree it was worth the wait.
Well, thank you all very much for having us here today. Nice job on the weather. This is an amazing day to celebrate Dr. Wilde's vision of 20 years ago. It has been our privilege at the Follett Higher Education Group to support the academic mission of producing academic leaders into the community since November of 1986. And my association with North Central College for the last 11 years, all of my visits here have been punctuated by conversations with Paul Loscheider talking about the vision for the next bookstore. And obviously there's been a tremendous amount of growth and improvement on this campus, and we are happy to celebrate the latest achievement for the North Central College students, faculty, and the Naperville community at large. Follett Higher Education Group is actually a Chicago-based company, 135 years old, and as I said, our association with North Central College goes back 24 years. It is with pride that we are your business partners, and it is with great pride that we celebrate the latest and greatest of the Follett bookstores. I will tell you that this bookstore incorporates the absolute best of the 900 bookstores that we operate, from California all the way to New York and Maine and into Canada. Sustainable materials, the latest in products, the latest in graphics. This bookstore tells a story and celebrates the 149-year heritage of North Central College. I'd be remiss if I didn't extend a few thank yous. First of all, to our wonderful business partners here, Dr. Hal, Paul Loscheider, who has been absolutely wonderful to work with, who has kept us informed and always has been on the lookout for space for us. Also, our current bookstore manager and team headed by Lillian. It has been challenging as the college has grown to support all the needs of the academic community as well as the alumni and athletics with the space we have. And while we will miss the White Activity Center, we ran over here last week and put together a bookstore that I think is second to none, not only in just this immediate area, but nationwide. This is something to be proud of, and we are proud of our association with North Central College. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to
Let Molly speak.
To Molly. There you go, Molly.
Good afternoon. Like Rick said, my name is Molly Lincoln. I'm a senior at North Central. I'm a member of Student Governing Association and also an ambassador for the newly implemented Legacy program on campus. On behalf of the students here at North Central, I would like to express our excitement and gratitude regarding the new location of the college's bookstore. It's an uplifting transformation for the students, faculty, staff, and alumni of NCC to have the storefront of the bookstore visible from the street. Now, local community members and neighbors of the college will know exactly where they will be able to go to show off their Cardinal spirit. By having the spatial ability to house numerous textbooks, supplies, as well as being able to display a variety of NCC gear, the pride that the campus of North Central College holds will be able to grow indefinitely. Now the surrounding community will always be able to distinguish that we are NC. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope you all enjoy the 2010 Homecoming Celebration and the new North Central College bookstore.
Chippy, do you want to flap your wings? Well, in a second, I'm going to ask the president and others to come up and cut the ribbon, but I do. Paul Loscheider, myself, and Lori Heyman, the vice presidents outside the academic area, put a lot into these things, but without our staff, Paul having Mike Hudson and his crew, myself, Jim Godo and his crew, and Lori, I just say all the students that make these things happen. It's a joy. And having Lillian run her team and to work with her to have all this happen, it's been the best of what North Central is. And it's just great to have you all here. And let's cut the ribbon. Hal, do you want to wait? We got the. Wow. We hope giving goes up this weekend. So Hal, and could we have Lillian, of course? Bob, why don't you come up? Chippy, Molly, just behind. Stand back here. Well, you and Hal kind of handle that. Does it work? Wait a minute, Bob, come over here because you got to handle the real scissors.
He gets the real scissors.
So you kind of clip as they fake it. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. 75% discount. No, I'm. Please come in.